You know what? Actually, that intro. We ain't got time for that. This right here, this needs to stop. We cannot keep going chapter by chapter, just reading the scans as fast as possible just so that you can downplay Zoro for no reason. Chapter 1001 was gas, let's just enjoy it. Why the downplay? Why do you always have to find some way to shit on Zoro with everything? You gotta stop. I'm gonna get to all the chapter 1001 stuff later, all the Enma Power Up nonsense. The video's gonna be sectioned off, but first, I just have an open letter to Sanji fans. I want this to be a discussion or a dialogue, I guess. My first question to you Sanji fans is, why do you exist? How did you get here? What is your purpose? Right? You can like whatever character you like. I don't have a problem with that. But if we're being completely honest and realistic for a second, Zoro was written to be a character that a lot of people like. Zoro fits the archetype of the cool, supporting character, badass, strong. That's what Zoro is, right? That is why people like Zoro so much. But I just do not understand how you guys love Sanji this much. Not saying Sanji's a bad character, not saying anything is wrong with Sanji, but the extent that you go through to support this loser is just unbelievable. Right, the only thing that I can think of is really two options for why you love Sanji so much. The first is you're trying to be different. Okay, you know how many people watch One Piece? There's not that many Straw Hats. A shit ton of people watch One Piece. You're not special for liking Sanji, okay? You're not different. You're not more exquisite. You're not a fucking meathead or some shit. You're not special for liking Sanji, okay? You're not different. You're not quirky. You're not cool. Sanji sucks. And Sanji sucking is probably why you guys relate to him, right? You're probably going after this bitch that's never gonna give you the time of day just like Sanji is. You're probably gonna do everything you can in your power to just suck up to her. And then she's gonna take your money and run the fuck away. Just like Sanji. Your mom's probably dead. You have daddy issues. You're probably just a bitch like Sanji. And second off, to all you Sanji fans, why don't you just support your character and stop talking about Zoro? You know what Zoro fans do? Zoro stans even do? Zoro fans, they spend their whole day wanking Zoro, trying to make Zoro as strong as he can be based on what we've seen in the story, right? So Sanji fans, why don't you just do that? Zoro fans just want to see their character succeed. They just like their favorite character. Zoro fans don't give a fuck about Sanji fans. Two separate characters. They can live completely separately, right? But all I see Sanji stans doing is trying to downplay Zoro. If all you can do is downplay a character to try to make your own character look good, then your character sucks, right? It's a general thing about life. If all you can do is downplay someone to make yourself better, then you suck. You have no substance to you. And finally, all of this Kiku shit needs to stop. I don't know if you guys realize this or not, but the Kiku stuff is just transphobic at this point, right? Like, you guys ship Zoro with Kiku and make fun of it just for the fact that Kiku is trans. And imagine if any of you have fans that are trans, like they're just constantly getting rolled. Every time you make a joke about Kiku and Zoro because she's trans, you're just getting rolled. Like, imagine being a fan just watching their favorite content creator and then they're just getting rolled because of their sexuality. And the funniest thing about all this Kiku shit is that Sanji wanted to get with Kiku off rip. Like, you have to be reading Two Piece. And it's not just that you're dumb, it's the fact that you are intentionally annoying facts to prove some kind of agenda. And why do you care about ZKK so much? As a Sanji fan, why do you care if Zoro kills Kaido? Why don't you just promote Sanji? Why aren't you like, yeah, I want to see Sanji fight King. I want to see Sanji fight a first commander. That's all you gotta say. Just promote that. Gas that. You don't have to just hate on Zoro to promote yourself. Next up, all this shit about Enma being a power-up or not, right? At the end of the day, every sword that Zoro gets is a power-up. I'm rewatching One Piece right now. Every time he gets new swords, he literally says something along the lines of like, it's so much sharper. It's easier to cut through things, right? So when Zoro gets new swords, it's a power-up. But here's the thing about Enma being a power-up or not, right? There are power-ups that make sense in the case of Zoro, then there are bullshit power-ups. I'm not saying that Sanji doesn't deserve raid suit, because the character arc he went through earned him his raid suit. But you had Sanji, who's known for his kicks, gets his leg shattered by Virgo, puts on a suit, and is now tanking a fucking attack from King. That is a bullshit power-up. When Zoro got Enma, Zoro cut through a cliffside. Zoro's been doing that shit. Like, it's easier for him now, but Zoro's been doing that shit. Okay? Zoro's clean. Zoro's clean. Now all this bullshit about chapter 1001. First off, I've seen a lot of shit about Zoro doesn't have Ryou. He needs to use Enma's power, not his own. I'm gonna keep it simple. Enma is a very special sword. It is both a power-up and a training device. The first you have to realize is that if anyone could use Enma, Kinemon would have Enma right now. Or even Momonosuke. There's a reason why Zoro has it, because currently he's the only one that can use Enma. I don't mean anyone in the verse. If Luffy knew how to use a sword, he could probably handle Enma. A ton of other people could probably handle Enma. But I mean, in terms of the allies right now, Zoro is the only person that can handle Enma. And it's just simple as that. And more specifically about needing to use more of Enma's power, unleashing more of Enma's power, whatever he said. You guys do not know how to read. So when Zoro got Enma, it said that Enma pulls out his Ryou. Enma pulls out the user's Ryou. If you don't have enough Ryou, it pulls all of it out immediately, you get knocked out. If you have a lot but you're not good with it, it can still drain you in a second. So here's how you really have to think about it, right? Enma is always trying its hardest to pull out the user's Ryou. This means that every time Zoro is using Enma, he's actively fighting against Enma so he doesn't get all of his haki drained and pass out. So when Zoro says he needs to unleash more of Enma, all that means is he needs to release his grip on Enma just a little bit so that Enma pulls out all of Zoro's own power. Notice how I said Zoro's own power. Enma itself does not have power. Enma has the power or ability to pull out the Ryou of its user. Enma doesn't have Ryou. Like, you can't just pick up Enma and then be a god. Now on to you, King of Lightning. Actually, nah, fuck King of Lightning. I'm talking to you, Christopher. You know that you're a fraud. You know what you're doing is fraudulence, Chris. You know it. Talking about, did Zoro and Killer damage Kaido? I'm genuinely confused as to whether everyone who is supporting this can't read or they're just doing this shit on purpose. I hope that you are intentionally ignoring facts to try to push an agenda. If you genuinely believe this, I don't know. I don't know how anyone can genuinely believe this. So Kaido likes fighting. Kaido wants to be in a fight. Kaido wants to be pushed, right? So Kaido wants to be pushed in a fight, and Zoro and Killer attack Kaido. You can argue all you want about the extent of the damage it did to Kaido. When Zoro and Killer attacked Kaido, there was a throb sound effect, signifying that Kaido was in some sort of pain, regardless of how small it was. And then Kaido says, "Well done." So you're telling me you think that Zoro just hit Kaido? It did literally nothing. Kaido throbs and says, "Well done." Kaido likes to fight. Kaido wants to fight strong people. If they did not damage him at all, Kaido is not saying "well done" to them. What would he be congratulating them on? It doesn't even make any sense. You know what? Just f this. Sanji fans too. Enjoy the manga. You f***ing sweet tart Okama looking ass daddy issues, simping head ass cooks.